It's tryouts weekend at Premier Athletics in Valley City, Ohio. Baseball dreams by the hundreds hatching. No telling yet how many, if any, of these kids will see their dreams come true. But being taught by coaches who have is a very good start.
There you go. There it is.
Even on Coffee grew up playing baseball on the islands of Curacao near the coast of Venezuela. He signed a contract with the Baltimore Orioles in 1995 and worked his way to the big club by 2000. Along the way, he married a Cleveland girl.
Did you play 10 last year?
Jim Cavorius grew up in Brooklyn on Cleveland's west side. He signed with the Florida Marlins out of the University of Tampa and reached the AA level before taking his talents to Europe.
Just by being here, we got to know each other.
Jim had been teaching and coaching at Premier for 5 years when Ivanon hired on in 2012.
And I was like, Jim Cavorius played with the Marlins. And I just kind of gave me it. I was like, let me go look up his name. And I looked up his name and I saw that he played for the Greece team.
The Greece team in the 2004 Olympics, hosted by Greece. Jim was playing in the minors when Baltimore Orioles owner Peter Angelos invited him to join the Greek Olympic team.
Baseball's not popular there in Greece, so the majority of the players that they took were Americans. I think we had 3 guys on the team that actually lived in Greece. It was a great experience. I got to meet a lot of my family I've never met before. The day of the opening ceremonies, actually, I met LeBron James. That was a huge thrill of mine considering I'm from Cleveland, and even back then, it was after his rookie year. He was my favorite player.
At the same time, Ivanon was playing overseas. He jumped at the chance to join the Netherlands Olympic team because Curacao was a Dutch colony, especially because he'd missed a chance to play in the Australia Olympics in 2000 because he'd made it to the big leagues.
They didn't allow anybody in the majors to be a part of the Olympic team. So it was kind of bummer that I didn't get to go to that. And lucky enough, back in 2004, I was offered the same contract to be part of the Dutch team, and I was more happy to be part of that.
The Dutch and the Greeks met early in the tournament, and Ivanon's team won. But Jim received one of the loudest ovations from the Greek crowd.
A funny moment I remember, I hit a foul ball, and the crowd went nuts like I hit a home run.
It wasn't about winning or losing. For me, it was more just to be representing the Netherlands and just be the part of the Olympics, which it was huge for me because as a kid growing up, you watch it on TV, and just to be a part of it, it was huge. So it's something I will never forget.
The Dutch won 2 games in the tournament. The Greeks only 1. Jim did have a homer, a double, and a single against eventual silver medalist Australia.
The coach of Australia was my first professional coach, and that was my best game I played in the Olympics.
All right, balls up. Pick the balls up.
12 years after playing against each other in Greece but never meeting, the 2 Olympians are working together in Valley City, Ohio. And Premier Athletics co-owner Dan Williams, who spent 22 years in professional baseball as a player and coach, knows how special that is.
I believe it's instant credibility. I mean, you got guys that are walking around here that played the game, that were Olympians, and they're just good baseball people. And all they want to do is pass the game along. And I think it says everything about the individual as well as our premier organization, that they just want to stay here and be a part of it.